A warm welcome, friends, to a new video on my channel. If you've been following my channel for a while, then you know it's all about traveling around the former Soviet Union, post-Soviet history, and generally the entire Russian region. Because I sometimes speak Russian while traveling, locals often ask me, Finn's fairy tale, do you have Russian roots or are you a Russian German? Where did you learn Russian? And so far, I always had to answer the question with no, I don't have Russian roots. I'm completely German, and I taught myself the language at university and through self-study. But then one day I woke up and asked myself, Finn, you don't actually know for sure. You only know 2, 3, 4 generations of your family. And who knows, maybe you have roots elsewhere. That's why we're doing a DNA test in today's video. I'll now show you how it works. Don't be surprised, guys, I recorded the whole thing in cinema mode. That means the picture is a bit blurry and the quality isn't that good. You'll have to deal with bad quality briefly, then it will return to normal. You have a cotton swab, you take a saliva sample, and then you have a container where you put your saliva sample. Then you send the sample to a lab, and after a few weeks, you get the results sent to you. What percentage of you is German? What percentage of you is, who knows, Russian or Indian? I don't know. We'll see what happens for me. And that's exactly why I'm doing this now. I have to do this for 30 to 60 seconds, so let's go. So guys, now everything goes into the container. So this is what it looks like. You put everything in the envelope, then it goes to the lab. So did you get it? And yeah, in the next cut you'll see how I analyze the results. And then I can finally answer the question with a completely clear conscience. Do you have any other roots? We'll find out. Welcome to the results reveal. The lab samples are finally back. I had to wait a whole 2 months, and that means this video simply took 2.5 months to film, and now the time has come. I have to admit I'm a bit tense. I didn't expect to feel this way. But finding out what kind of ethnic roots you have is a bit nerve-wracking. I don't know why, but I'm already positively tense here. Now let's look at the results together. See, we're in the app together. Let's jump right into the most exciting part, the ethnicity estimate or DNA. Okay guys, I'll hide it for now. Okay. First point, 46.4% Scandinavian. Yeah, that's crazy. Scandinavian, almost 50%. I'll think about it since I also have a Scandinavian name. Finn, which I believe is Scandinavian. Okay, but I would have thought I'm really Central European or German in that sense. But 46% is really a lot. As a second point, 38.2% Northern and Western European. I would have thought that point would be the biggest because I know a few generations back they all came from Germany. And if you're German, then you're considered Western European in that category, but I'm more Scandinavian than German, so to speak. That's really interesting. And 15.4% of other ethnicities. Let's take a closer look at which countries are meant. The second point is the ethnicity estimate. Let's click on it. And then you can see a bit more. You see 46% Scandinavian, as I said. I have to say the exact country isn't specified, like Sweden, Norway, or Denmark. Those 3 countries make up about half my genetics. Interesting. And I've never been to those countries, so I really need to visit them sometime. But there's something else interesting here. Scandinavia is a Northern European region, including Sweden, Norway, and Denmark. But they share a common North Germanic heritage. That means, okay, Scandinavians are basically North Germanic people, North Germanics. It also states that Vikings and Nordic seafarers spread their genes across Europe in the Middle Ages. And that's cool. Maybe my ancestors were Vikings? I should mention I come from several generations of seafarers which I already knew and think fits well. Alright, let's move to the second point, Northern and Western Europeans. This includes Germany, France, Austria, Switzerland, Belgium and the Netherlands. You can also see the region on the screen, right? And yes, it's mainly Germany, but it also extends a bit into France. And interestingly, there were also a few immigrants who then moved here to the United States of America. Genetic traces of mine were also found there. That's exactly what I expected the most. But now comes the exciting part, guys. Now comes the rest, which will probably be pretty unusual. 5.9% English, yeah, not bad. 6% English, okay. Let's drink some tea. No, just kidding, guys. 6% is already impressive. Englishman. I was once in England. I'm not sure either, guys. It's interesting. Now, on to the fourth point of my genetics. Ibera means Spain, Enie. Although the Iberian Peninsula, so Portugal and Spain. Cool, guys, in case you didn't know, half of my family emigrated to Portugal decades ago. And that means I have roots in the area. Actually, it doesn't really surprise me because I tan very quickly. So those are the Latino, or how do you say, the Latino genes or whatever. You can see it again here on the map. So, southern France, Spain, Portugal is the region where 6% of my genetics are located. And now comes the last point, Italian, 3.8%. Yeah, guys, it's a cool mix. Some English, Italian, Portuguese, and as expected, Northern Europeans, Scandinavians, and Western Europeans. You can view the entire map in one place, showing where my DNA is from, including the area I thought I came from. And I have to say, I think it's pretty crazy that over tens of thousands of years, during which my family history or my DNA has existed, people really stayed within this relatively limited area. Because I would have thought there might have been an outlier who maybe found a partner in Asia, that you might have a few roots there somehow, or in Africa. So the fact that it really stayed so concentrated in this area is actually surprising over such a long period of time. But, well, it does cover different regions of Europe after all. But I find it surprisingly compact. The only outlier, as I said, is the United States of America here, which is farther away. But I would have thought that there could be another outlier somehow. In the east or from the Baltics, but that wasn't the case. Still, it's an exciting thing. Now I can finally answer, are you Russian German? Do you have Russian roots? No guys, apparently I don't have any Eastern roots at all. Even though many people say that based on my appearance, as well, I could fit into the area. Exactly. The cool part is you also see your DNA matches, people who share DNA with you. I have 6,547 relatives worldwide who have also taken this test. And you see, most of them are from the United States of America, followed by Germany, the Netherlands, England, France, Denmark, Sweden, and so on. And so on. If you scroll down, other things appear too. Sometimes like Argentina, Zimbabwe, and Japan. Some people ended up elsewhere after all. For example, you see here a lady who is 20 years old from England, third cousin. At least it's interesting. We share 1% of DNA. People don't even have a photo. I don't think that needs censoring. Anyway, third degree relatives are already pretty distant. And you can just scroll through that forever. You could probably even contact those people. That's it for the video, guys. Interesting insight. So I'm almost 50% Scandinavian Viking, and that's pretty cool. Maybe that's why I'm so tall, 2 meters. I think many viewers don't even know that. And yeah, cool thing. But don't worry guys, I'll stay loyal to Eastern Europe and the former Soviet Union. And there will continue to be videos from this part of the world. My interest is still, yes, very strongly rooted in this geographical area of the world. But I think that was a cool digression. I answered the question of whether I have any Russian roots. That's it. I hope you enjoyed it. Until then, bye.